Salam Makardi Hati and a very good morning to everybody. My name is KISHA and VELAN, and I'm an intake of PISMP June 2021 Institute of Teachers Education Raja MELEWAR Campus Negeri Sembilan. So for today, I'm going to be giving a lesson about formulation and content of school curriculum for the subject Edup 3013, Philosophy and Education in Malaysia. The contents of this lesson is background of school curriculum, Kbsr concept, and principles of Kbsr. So this is the flowchart of how the school curriculums have changed ever since the year 1982 to the year 2011. KLSR, Curriculum Lama Sekolah Rendah, was formulated in the year 1982. Then it was changed to Kbsr, Curriculum Bersepadu Sekolah Rendah, in the year 1993. The same curriculum was then checked again in the year 2003. From 2003, Kbsr was changed to KSSR in the year 2011. Background of school curriculum. The KLSR curriculum was changed as it had a few weak points. It wasn't very suitable for the curriculum and for the philosophy of education in our country. They had to make some changes to it, and they end up coming up with Kbsr. Kbsr was then checked to ensure that it was not too much of a burden and that it fulfilled the philosophy of education in Malaysia. The reason why KLSR was changed to Kbsr is because the syllabus was too compact. It was too much. They found it as a burden to the students. They also found that KLSR was a repeated syllabus. The topics were mostly repeating on something similar. It was based on the textbook too much. So we use reference books, internet sources and all, but KLSR was too much based on the textbook. So that is why they decided to change it. And lastly, KLSR focused too much on exams. Now we have points from so many other things like school projects, experiments, and so on. Next, I'm going to talk about the concepts of Kbsr. Students should be able to develop equally. And by equally here, they mean spiritually, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Next, they also made sure that students master the 3M principles. 3M includes mengira, membaca, dan menulis, which is to read, write, and count. Next, the Kbsr includes theory and practical. By theory and practical here, they mean they learn something from the textbook and then they bring it out to life. So let's say they read something, they learn a science project from the textbook and they carry out the experiment. So that is what it means by includes theory and practical. And lastly, co-curricular activities were added into classrooms. So not only we learn in class, but there were also amazing activities and exciting activities to make sure students had fun in classrooms. And here are the principles of Kbsr. Kbsr makes sure that students gain more information through own experiences, which means students would have their own experiences and gain knowledge from it. Let's say, like I said before, conducting an experiment. So from that, they gain a lot of knowledge and it makes them understand a topic even better. Next, classrooms should be able to make sure students are excited to learn. Classrooms play a very big role in making sure a student is excited to learn or has a proper mindset. So this Kbsr principle was to make sure that classroom is in a better environment to ensure that students are excited to learn and gain knowledge. Classrooms should be in a condition where students can be creative. So, like I said before, classrooms play an important role. It should be a place where students can come up with a lot of ideas and be creative in their own way. Next, the evaluation process should be based on the learning activity. Here, they mean that the evaluation process is based on how the students learn in class, how they behave in classes. Next, students should all actively participate in gaining knowledge. There should not be any passive students. Students should all work together and actively collaborate with each other so that they can all gain knowledge together. All activities should be exciting and effective towards the students. By activities here, it could be co-curricular activities or any other activities like experiments carried out in the classroom. It should all be exciting so that the students are able to gain knowledge from it and are excited to learn. Classroom should be in a situation where students can interact and work together. The way the students are arranged, how they sit in class, should be in a way where they can talk to each other, work together, and have a healthy environment together so that they can all gain knowledge and study well. So the KBAT question here is, if the Kbsr curriculum was not checked again and changed, what would have happened to the curriculum in our country? Well, that is all from me. Thank you.